like me, probably struggle with having a lot on your mind and not being able to process it at times. And sometimes it causes you to stay still, maybe too still, to the point where you're not getting anything done because you have kind of like this, I guess you could say, like this paralysis by analysis type of thing. And my whole life, I've always struggled with the urges to want to do great things, having my mind wander so much. And then my mom, being the amazing mom that she was, just trying to keep me like going, right? Keep me in my, how can you say, my flow state. She would let me jump from thing to thing until the hype ran out, go to another thing until the hype ran out. So I lived my whole life like that, and I'm realizing that now as I get older, for a good amount of time, it was very hard for me to stay still in jobs, in certain jobs. Like I would stay in a job for like a month and be like, no, I'm done with this, and quit. Get fed up with it, quit. And I did that for a very, very long time. So I've worked in many jobs, many restaurants, and to a certain extent, it was a curse because it never allowed me to stay still and build. But here's where I find it to be such a big blessing. I think it is because I've never really experienced what I felt my purpose was. So hence I never felt comfortable staying in that for a prolonged period of time. And these things you realize as you get older. And being in the position I am now, like I'm excited. I've been here about almost 2 years in this job, quote unquote job, because it's not really a job, it's like a career / my own business that I'm building as well. But you know, being put in the position that I am, and it seems to be something that I really, really look forward to doing. And the cool thing about this is that you get a glimpse of how good life can be. So those times where it feels like it's not working out, or you're slow, or you're stuck in a weird state of mind where you're struggling with, like you say, with the motivation, quote unquote, I tend to find excitement in those moments because I know that I'm gonna get past it and I will come out better after I get past it. And that's one thing that I've realized more and more as I got older and experienced more experiences, is that certain things didn't call my attention no more, hence why I never stayed in them forever. But now it's another thing that I have to unlearn, because to a certain extent I still have those glimpses every now and then where I get discouraged, right, and I want to just give it all up and not do it no more. But there's something in me that doesn't allow me to do that, because I know this is my purpose. I know that I finally have came to a point in my life where I'm exactly where I need to be. So now I'm just untraining my mind and reprogramming it to have different habits and different things. And to a certain extent, I also know that whether I was diagnosed or not, but I for sure have ADHD, where like it's very, very hard for me at times to stay focused and stay on it. But I do stay on it, and thankfully, because I'm driving and I'm recording myself, I'm not looking at my phone, so it's fine. But that much, right? All right, back to the point what I was making is that one thing that has really helped me, and that I've actually deterred from these last 2 months of this year, and it affected me tragically, was living my life on a calendar. And not just that, having my mind and my thoughts on a piece of paper, on a to-do list, on a priority list, on something that tells me everything that's in here onto something, and learning to structure my life that way as well when it comes to things that I have to do, like washing my clothes. Like just having a structure in my life was the biggest blessing that I've ever been introduced to, because my whole life I've never really lived like that. It was more of like sporadic Luis jumping from here to there, sporadic Lou jumping from here to there, and never being able to really focus. I did do great things, and I did commit to things as I got older. Like music was one of them. When I introduced to music when I was about 13, when I actually started making music. But I listened to music my whole life, obviously, but 13, 14, I started making music. My mom hustled her way to give me a little studio equipment, and I just figured it out from there, you know, just try to do this and that. I haven't really got to where I want to in my music career yet, because it's just something that it's just something I have inside me that will always live with me, whether it's heard by millions or not. It's always going to live in me, and it's something that I find my passion. But you know what? There's been a lot of discrepancies in my life where like I'm trying to, next year my goal, next year what I'm going to do is move to my own spot, get my own thing next year, kind of get to myself, have everything laid out the way I want it. My studio in my living room, my room be my own room, where I don't have to carry none of that stuff in there, right? It's just my own room, and then my living room and all that good stuff. But that's this year coming up, and I'm excited for it. I think it might be posted already in 2025, but yeah, I look forward to it though. But one thing that if you struggle with being concentrated and staying task oriented, I definitely recommend you write your life on a to-do list, on a priority list. Get your thoughts on paper or on somewhere, because they're always going to drive you crazy, and you're going to fall into that same thing that I fell into, is that procrastination from just being overwhelmed with things to do and things in my mind, not more necessarily speaking, because I feel like I'm such a high drive person that once I get everything noted down, I execute. But it's the not noting it down that hinders me, and and not being able to fully execute in the way I want to. But yeah, 2025 is gonna be an amazing year, y'all. This is gonna be the year that we lock in, that we tap into all the reserves that are not discovered in ourselves. And I truly believe that God's gonna bless a lot of people this year if they just so much do as what God tells them to do. Just simply just be a good person, just follow your purpose, you know, give praise, give thanks to God, because God does provide a lot for us, and we have to always remember that. But it's gonna be a beautiful year. I truly believe that. We just gotta recommit and readjust and understand that the raining seasons and the seasons just comes with the territory when it comes to building that ultimate self and that ultimate life that we desire. I'm excited. And God bless you all you beautiful people out there. And just keep coming, man. We're going to take this to the next level. And I pray that God blesses all your families, you, and whatever you pursue. I pray that God guides you and gives you direction. I pray that He holds your hand every step of the way, because we can't do it without God. And that's one thing that I had to remember myself too, because you get good, you know, you start forgetting about it, and God humbles you. He brings you back, not all the way to where you need, not all the way where you actually deserve to be, because God's grace is so amazing, but He humbles you a little bit to readjust your thoughts and get you back on the road of success, so long as you follow the way He wants you to do it. His definition of success, not ours, because ours could be skewed by the perceptions that we have in our minds, the things that we deem success. But there's so much success in the little things, and I'm realizing that more and more as I get older. If you're young out there, you're going through your emotions of like, I'm trying to pursue great things, and trust me, I'm that too. I'm that person too. I try to pursue great things, and I'm gonna achieve great things. We got to keep our minds on a very, I guess you could say, on a very balanced, not balanced, I don't want to say balanced. We got to keep our minds in check. We got to keep a lot of things that we feel in check, because it's easy to get sidetracked, very, very easy. But yeah, it's a little food for thought for y'all. 2025 is coming. I'm ready. I hope you are too. It's gonna be beautiful.